Studio still, Ruth Wasserman, Lande. You've been in the political arena for a long time. You've been working in this region in a long time. What do you make of a threat like that?
Terrible. First of all, I'd like to say that the situation got completely out of hand in terms of really destabilizing the region. That is completely irresponsible on the part of those terrorist organizations like Hamas and Islamic jihad. Such a wonderful, important, holy place like Al-Aqsa, if one could only see the piles of rocks and weapons being stocked up there inside a holy place, one cannot possibly imagine that any peaceful action was anticipated to be done or carried out by the people within. And that really raises questions as to who is pulling the strings to really destabilize the situation further. Are there role players from outside of the region that have an interest, an actual interest to destabilize this very sensitive situation? And my answer to that is yes.
Who are they?
Iran. Iran leading to the destabilizing of the region for a number of years already, funding Hamas on the one hand, Hezbollah on the other hand, and really, I would say, throttling the boat in order to gain whatever their interests from the region are, and using such a sensitive, such a nucleus of sanctity, almost by kidnapping it and using people as a kind of in a manipulative manner in order to really make the situation completely out of hand. And that is unacceptable. It needs to be dealt with in a very clear-cut manner on the one hand, and yet with a huge sensitivity on the other hand, because the situation can very easily get even more out of control, if that is at all imaginable.
Very briefly, there were also many factors at play domestically in terms of the Palestinian elections being postponed, in terms of the eviction crisis we've been talking about in East Jerusalem. They also play a role in the tensions unfolding as we speak.
So first of all, in my humble opinion, it was a very big mistake to create a scene in which expectation was raised in terms of the elections in the Palestinian West Bank and the Palestinian Authority. There was no real anticipation by the Fatah and Abu Mazen to really hold those elections, and he pulled out at the very last minute, and the Hamas was very much disappointed.
We're going to pick up on that a little bit later in this broadcast.